What's up? Reeferman Reviews here to talk some more about the comic books. That is what my channel. What's up? Reeferman Reviews here to talk some more about the comic books. That is what my channel started as, and I am fully intending on staying with the comic book review format that sorry, packing a bowl here. I am Reeferman Reviews. I should have been a little more ready than this. I apologize. Greetings. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Click like, click subscribe, do all that stuff if you like what you're seeing. If you want more comic book news, reactions of and reviews of books, if you want more music reactions, I'm here for that too. I also play Randonautica. Video coming real soon on that. Crazy. Yeah, that's it about that, I guess. We're here to talk about some comics today. Basically, DC, The Doomed and the Damned, issue number 1. The first storyline, Grief's Quiet Name, written by John Arcudi, artist Mike Perkins, colorist Andy Troy, letterer Tom Napolitano, associate editor Liz Erickson, and Katie Kubert's the editor. So that's the credits on the first storyline, where we see Madame Xanadu and the Man-Bat, Kirk Langstrom, trying to deal with the restless spirit. And so they I don't want to give the whole plot away, but it was a creepy little ghost story, but it was also kind of a love story, and by the end of it as well, beautifully drawn and colored, perfectly creepy atmosphere. Yeah, I'd say I give this about a 9 out of 10 skulls. In case you're watching this much later, this is the month of October right now, so I'm trying to do some reviews on horror themed things, scary themed things, what have you. So yeah, that's the first storyline. Basically just features Madame Xanadu and Man-Bat in a team up. It's a real short story. This book is 80 pages long, so these stories are only going to be 2-3 pages each, probably. I think there's about a dozen or so stories in it altogether. Some of the stories are going to be a little bit longer than others, but yeah, that was the first storyline, and stay tuned and we will discuss the second and all the rest. Alright, so getting back into the DC Damned and the Doomed, Doomed and the Damned. I'm damned if I remember the correct name of this. Sorry. This next story is called The Hunt, written by Alyssa Wong, artist Dominic Domo Stanton. And my head is cut off. It's alright. Best part of my face is right here. We got Marissa Louise, colorist Tom Napolitano as the letterer, Liz Erickson's the editor. And I'm going to light this blunt before I talk about this any longer. Cheers, y'all. A little bit of Durban. Start my day. All right, so this story features Orphan and a character known as Orca, who is a big whale shark looking whatever being. I don't know her from the books, but basically the two of them team up. Not, they were both set on their own little mission to stop these criminals on the harbor of Gotham. They are human traffickers with a boatload of children, and quick little read. It's always nice seeing human traffickers get their asses handed to them, and that definitely happens here. Now, I was just confused about one thing in this story, and that is the narrator. When you see the narration boxes, I don't know if it's supposed to be Orphan talking or not, but I enjoyed it. 7 skulls out of 10. I was hoping more for a horror themed, special in this book, and I haven't really seen that. There's been some creepy stuff and some whatever, some dark stuff in this book, but I don't know. I just feel like it's fallen flat for a Halloween type special. It doesn't. I don't think it says Halloween special on the cover. It's just, come on, the Doomed and the Damned. It's Halloween. It's the month of October when this came out. Come on now. Aside from that little, whatever, like I said, nicely done story. All right, let's see what else they got. All right, so the next story from the DC Doomed and the Damned, or Damned and the Doomed 80-page special is The Shadow over Coast City. Kenny Porter is the writer, Riley Rosmo is the artist, Ivan Placencia is the colorist, Tom Napolitano is the letterer. The letterer might be the best thing I can say about this story. Nah, fuck it. You know what? It sucked. I did not like the art at all. It's not. This is not a style art I like. It's supposed to be more of a goofy story. I get that, but it wasn't for me. I didn't like it. I'm only gonna give it 5 skulls out of 10. For effort. Some people might like this style a lot, and this might have really rocked for them. I don't want to diss it. On to the next story. Alright, so next in this Doomed and the Damned 80-page special, we've got From Humble Roots, Alright, so next in this Doomed and the Damned 80-page special, we've got From Humble Roots, a Superman and Swamp Thing story written by Amadeo Tortoro, artist Max Fiumara, Dave Stewart's the colorist, Didia Bidikar letterer, Andrew Marino editor. Sorry, I killed the damn names on that one. But yeah, this is a decent little story. The art is really pretty good. I had a gripe about Superman's face once or twice, but overall the colors and the art is pretty solid. The writing is there's a really sweet, kind of tender moment with Superman, and I appreciated that. That was very well done. the grotesqueness of certain things in this story, wonderfully portrayed. If you're a fan of the Swamp Thing, you probably like this story. If you're a Superman fan, whatever, yeah, you'll like this story for sure. So I'd say this is. I still only want to give this an 8 out of 10 skulls because it just wasn't scary or nothing. The ending, I guess, had a creep factor. So yeah, I guess I'll give it a 9. 9 skulls out of 10 for that one. And on to the next story. Okay, so the next story started off slow. It's called Beast Boys to Men. Art and story by Travis Moore. Art on it was really good. Absolutely enjoyed this art. Didn't have any complaints about it. The coloring as well, Alejandro Sanchez. Great job coloring. Worked well with Travis Moore on this, you can tell. The lettering is fine. Nothing wrong there. Becca Carey and the editor, Michael McAllister. This story was kind of one of them teenage romance triangle type deals. Beast Boy and Raven are a couple. Witch Boy doesn't really like that because he's in love with Raven. And Witch Boy's familiar, this cat being Teakle, kidnaps Raven so that Witch Boy could, rescue her and whatnot. But Witch Boy doesn't know that was the plan. So he teams up with Beast Boy to go save her from the Teakle. By the end of it, it was cute. Not a bad story. Once again, it's characters that are like magic or dark in nature. But this was a really fun little cute story. So I just, I don't know. I'd give it a 6 out of 10 skulls for lack of any kind of real horror to it. Yeah. Alright, so the next story was called Follow the Water. It is an Aquaman and Frankenstein team up, written by Brandon Thomas, artist Baldemar Rivas, colorist Ivan Placencia, letterist Steve Wands. Andrew Marino is the editor. Four skulls. No, three. Alright, on to the next. I can't even with this. The art was all over the place. Horrible. The story, who cares? This was skippable. This was easily skippable. Alright, let's see what the next story is. I believe there's only 2 more to get through. So, stay tuned. Okay, so the next story is the DC Doomed and the Damned, or Damned and the Doomed, whatever, one-shot special that came out this October. We are at the story of 7 Days, written by Marv Wolfman, who was famous for writing Teen Titans, as well as many others back in the good old days. Art, Tom Mandrake. Color, Cyan Mandrake. Letters, Carlos Mangual. Editor, Michael McAllister. So this is a Solomon Grundy story, and with Ra's al Ghul and Talia, where Ra's al Ghul and Talia are trying to do something with Solomon Grundy to make Ra's immortal again. That's the whole idea behind this. Very well drawn. I like it. No complaints here. Not really a huge Solomon Grundy or even Ra's al Ghul fan, so I mean, for me, it was more of a 7. A 7 skulls out of 10. As far as like creepy, scary factor, like it just wasn't there. That would have added another point or two for me. This is supposed to be a doomed and a damned Halloween, spook fest type thing, right? Oh well, what can I say? On to the next story. Okay, so the next story involved with the Doomed and the Damned one-shot 80 page October Halloween special spectacular from DC. That was a mouthful. Urban Legends, a Batman story, written by Saladin Ahmed, artist Leonardo Manco, colorist Mike Spicer, letterer Marshall Dillon, and same editor and associate editor as before. Batman created by Bob Kane with Bill Finger. This was a cool ass little story about a legend where you say somebody's name in a mirror 3 times and he'll come for you. Candyman, basically, Bloody Mary, whatnot, those type of things. Only this one is Mr. Slow Death, and this young boy, his older brother had done the deed, said the words in the mirror and whatnot. Yeah, the legend says you have 24 hours to live after he marks you. After you say that, and you get marked. So Batman, of course, comes to the little boy's side and says, hey, I'll take care of this. Don't worry. I'm Batman. So basically, he finds a way to figure out what Mr. Slow Death really is and put a stop to it. And yeah, I'm giving this 10 out of 10 skulls. All right. Yes. Loved it. Welcome back. This is Reeferman Reviews, and today we've got Inner Demons, written by Amanda Dabert, artist Danielle Sampier, colorist Adriano Lucas, letterer Seda Temofonte, editor Liz Erickson. This is part of the DC Doomed and the Damned one-shot, kind of, spooky October Halloween, there we go, Halloween special. This was a little story about demonic possession. Featured Wonder Woman and Raven. I'd say I'd give it a 7 or an 8 skulls out of 10. The story was well written. The coloring was great. The art was fantastic. I think I just wish it would have been a little bit longer. Yeah, that's probably my only gripe about it. Basically, like I say, it's just a demon possession story, and it takes Raven and Wonder Woman to stop it. And Raven has a really great moment in this. Really appreciated that. Couple pages long, not bad. Like I said, I'd give it about an 8, 9 out of 10 skulls. Mostly for the art and stuff. Writing, nothing wrong with it. It just, like I say, I wish it was longer. But yeah, now on to the next story. Okay, I guess I can wrap it up with this. The final storyline I couldn't even read. I couldn't. The art, while it's not a bad style, it just, I got like 4 panels in, for like a page and a half into this, and I'm like, yeah, this is one of those kind of stories. Darkseid is in a bar, and there's somebody named Bator, Baytor. Story's called Vader versus Darkseid, written by Garth Ennis, artist PJ Holden, colors John Calise, letterer Rob Steen, and the editors are Marie Javins with associate Liz Erickson. I'm not going to rate this story. I didn't read it. I couldn't get through it. So with that all being said, let me do a little wrap up on this for you all. This was the The Doomed and the Damned #1. It was a one-shot, 80-page special. Overall, I'd have to give it like a 6 to a 7 out of 10 skulls. Really went into this looking for it to be something horror, something scary, something like, I don't know, something a little spookier than this. This was, a lot of it was lighthearted, kind of fun, that used magic characters, or less with the sci-fi, more with like the other side of things. You've got your like sci-fi type stuff, Green Lanterns, whatnot. Batman could even be kind of lumped into that side of things. Superman's on that side of things. Flash is on that side of things. Wonder Woman, she's a magic character. She's a mythological character. Basically characters and such that their powers and their origins stem from something mythological or magical. And that's kind of, I think, what this book did. And it blended some of the sci-fi stuff in it. Batman, he kind of rides the fence on either side, because it's hard not to call him a mythological type hero and whatnot. But it's hard not to say, well, he's a rich dude with a bunch of fancy toys, That argument can be made as well, you know what I mean? But yeah, this was my basic short little kind of look at the DC Doomed and the Damned one shot. I have to go look for like something spookier now to review, because this is the month of Halloween, my favorite, my favorite holiday, my favorite time of year, Halloween and October. I love this month. Even when it's nasty out and raining like it is right now, I still, when it's autumn and when the leaves start changing over. I live in New England, so when the trees start changing over to the yellows and golds and reds and shit, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to go look at. But that's all I got for you today. Stay tuned. Thank you for coming. Once again, I am Reeferman Reviews. I review comics, comic-related movies, games, and such. I will also review... I'll react to music sometimes. Wasn't going to, but I don't want to lump myself into a box. And that's why I've decided to react to music, play Randonautica and film it, which I got a video I'm working on, so it's coming soon. I know I've been saying that in a lot of videos, but it's coming soon. As well as all my comic book and geek-related stuff. That is basically me in a nutshell. I hope you all have a fabulous day. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Peace.